we're going to be talking about Mother Nature giving us some slightly better weather today. It won't be as windy. Now, tomorrow morning, we're talking about a near miss with a storm system. It could just barely clip our shoreline counties with an isolated rain or snow shower. That's what we're going to be tracking in the short term. And as we go through the latter portion of the week, we'll be a little milder. All right, so we're headed in the right direction. Now, Friday into Saturday, late Friday, early Saturday morning, that's our next chance for some rain across the entire state. So tomorrow morning's little chance is farther to the south. Here are the current wind speeds. Not too bad, 3 to as much as 9 miles per hour coming in from the northwest. Occasional gusts right now up to about 20. Very manageable compared to yesterday. Here's a look at the wind gust trend. You can see late morning into the early afternoon, 20, 25 miles per hour, occasionally close to 30. Not the crazy 40-plus mile per hour gusts we had at times yesterday. So we're headed in the right direction. Temperature right now, thermometer readings, we're talking about 40 degrees in New Haven, 38 in Hartford. Okay, we're above average right now by a few degrees, 32, the freezing mark in Torrington. But there's enough of a wind to create a slightly cooler feel. So really what you're dressing for is when you open up the First Alert weather app, that feels like temperature, the wind chill, which is in the 20s in some spots. So a little cool, but an improvement. Now, of course, if you're going to be working out in the yard today, the leaf work will be a little bit more manageable because the wind gusts won't be quite as strong. But here's a look at the feels like temperature. So instead of those 30s that we had yesterday, all right, we're going to be feeling in the 40s this afternoon. Not too shabby. Here's a look at our actual highs, low, mid, and some upper 40s. So we are still below average for this time of year. So the rake and leaf forecast gets better and better because we're going to have some high pressure building in. But tomorrow is our next big thing, with a near miss of a system that could bring a few isolated rain or snow showers. That system's still well to our west, so yeah, things are looking okay. Let's take a look at First Alert Futurecast and just show you just how things are going to be as we get into late tonight. They are barely kind of clipping the state, so I would say the southwestern part of the state, you could see a rain or snow shower very early, you know, closer to sunrise, and that's it. It's really not going to be problematic at this point in time. If something dramatically shifts, though, we'll give you that first alert. Otherwise, we're looking ahead to some milder temperatures, just a little cooler when you compare Friday to Saturday. The showers move in late. They're out of here early Saturday, so pretty much the entire weekend looking great. And those 50s are going to stay with us going into early next week. Overnight lows a little frostier before they become milder and above average. That's looking at your First Alert forecast. Keeping you posted on this weather. I'll be back a little later. Now, send it over to Caitlin.